Hey guys, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 cast. I'm Sober Ninja, bringing you a 1 versus 1, and today it's going to be, oh look, that's really nice. Good luck, my friend. It will be Strelock. So yeah, that's one of the players. We do have NightEnD spawning up here on the top right of Shakuris Plateau as the blue Protoss, and we're going to have Strelock as the green Terran on the top left. This is a pretty familiar map, should be to most everyone at this point. If not, I guess I'll point out a few things for you. There is a small choke, and you have a lot of actual base area, which really people can abuse drops from almost every single side in this map. And it does have the natural right down with a secondary ramp, so fast expands can be very common on this map because they can be pretty easy to defend. At the same time, though, in these positions, they do have destructible rocks in the backs of their bases, so they can get to each other at a very direct path with an expansion between them. And this is a pretty massive rush distance for the average map. It is pretty big. Looks like scouting after Gateway for NightEnD, and the barracks just going down for Strelock. Hopefully this is going to be a good game. It got pretty good ratings. I do not know the outcome, which is always fun. And I really am tired of casting games of myself. I've been looking for a few other good replays of myself. I'm like, this is just not fun trying to cast my own games. I know what happens in those games. So yeah, it's hard to, I guess people are saying, I need to work on my excitement level and all that kind of stuff. And it is hard. I'm kind of a shy person, I guess, when it comes to random people, and since I'm broadcasting myself over the internet, it's hard to be exactly myself. So we do have the SCV scouting for Strelock in the right direction, so they will both be scouting each other correctly on the first try. Probe just poking around, gonna throw a supply depot up next to his rocks just so we can keep an eye on him throughout the game. Very common to do. Looks like the Marine did pop out and push that scouting probe back, and it looks like we do have a Zealot rallied to Strelock's base. That was a very long rally, so we do have a rally point into the base of Strelock with his first Zealot throwing down his pylon to kind of keep an eye on the rocks as well. Cybernetics Core just now finishing for Strelock, or I mean NightEnD, excuse me, and it looks like he is chrono boosting out a Stalker and getting his warp gates as fast as he can. So it looks like he might try to apply some pressure with his first Zealot. Maybe just take a watchtower, though. I'm not exactly sure what he is going to be able to do. It looks like he could be throwing down a proxy maybe, but it looks like it's a little too early for that, seeing as how it's 4 minutes in and he doesn't even have warp gates yet. So let's just scratch that. It looks like a fast expand going down for Strelock off of 1 Rax, and his rally point too is set, looks like, for NightEnd's base. And it looks like he will be running up this ramp, a little bit of micro, and he should be fine. Throwing up a bunker, and there's a Reaper, so looks like Strelock will be able to deal with this just fine, not losing any units. Bunker finishing just in time to not do anything against that early push, and going to be throwing up a few supply depots, it looks like. So it looks like Strelock just going for this early expansion. Getting this Reaper out mainly, I'm guessing, for scouting purposes. At this point, there is a Stalkers out, so it won't be able to do much. And looks like NightEnd's response to this fast expansion is, hey, if you're going to do it, so am I. I'm just going to throw it down, go with it, and get a second gateway at the same time. So looks like they will be I'm going for the 2-gate robo pretty early on. Looks like this Reaper may try to, I'm not exactly sure, it's maybe just scouting, making sure of something that I don't know of, or just having some fun, jumping up and down cliffs. So it looks like there is the orbital command being morphed in just now, a couple Marauders coming out, and it looks like he will be backing this fast expand up with a couple of barracks. And since he's getting this second gas, I'm guessing he will get a factory at some point. We'll see if he does get any mech units, though. He could just be solely getting the factory just so he can get that starport. So flying down his orbital command, he did salvage his bunker, and he's probably going to throw up at least one more down here. I'm not sure if he'll throw up multiples. And Looks like he is transitioning mainly into a 3 racks. He does have the second gas, getting the engineering bay, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does throw down the factory. And okay, that's just a transfer. I was about to say this is about to be an all-in again, but I forgot about this little command center down here. So it looks like the Nexus has finished for NightEnD, and they will pretty much be mining at the same exact time. NightEnd's a little less saturated, throwing down his gas before Strelock. Looks like he is getting robotics, so he will be going for Colossus, and Strelock needs to see this and react accordingly. He needs a couple of Vikings. It's pretty standard to just use Vikings against those Colossus. They can shoot from the back with a very long range, and let your Marine Marauder do the rest of the work. So we do have... Oh, excuse me. I just ate so much food and it was delicious. But, oh man, that's kind of disgusting. For you guys, it's delicious for me. It looks like he does have his observer. It is coming in just now. And he will be sending that over to Strelock's base. Throwing down another supply depot just to spot this low ground would be my guess. Just get a little bit more sight inside of his own base. And there goes the factory. And he looks like he is getting double upgrades, stim pack and combat shield, as well as weapons level 1 for his ground army. And it looks like the first Colossus is coming out. There is no thermal lance on the way yet. He will probably get that once he gets 200 in minerals. He does have the gas right now, getting this 4th gas up. Protoss is very gas heavy, especially when you're going very heavy in robotics. It can be very expensive. It looks like these Marauders are just poking out here. He's only got 3 Marines out here. The rest are Marauders, I believe. Streaming a couple more Marines across the field, a few more Marauders. So he could be looking to make some early pressure on the Protoss player. See what he can do. But with this Colossus, I really don't see much happening. Looks like he's opting to get a second Colossus before starting that upgrade, and looks like he's throwing down double starports. Okay, never mind, he was going back. So NightEnD going with a kind of strange, this is a strange move in my opinion, going a little bit away from the standard, getting these Colossus, starting this thermal lance, but at the same time he's getting double stargates. So I'm not sure what to expect. It could be Phoenix, which can be pretty useful, especially if the Terran player does get Vikings. He will be able to do good damage against those Vikings with some Phoenix. Not the greatest unit, but they are very useful.